AI and control systems, artificial intelligence is already making decisions for you. You imagine a typical morning. You wake up, pick up your phone, and open your feed. You don't choose what you see. The algorithm has already decided for you. It selects the news, videos, and posts that it believes will hold your attention the longest. And that's just the beginning of your day. Today, artificial intelligence is no longer some distant future or science fiction. It's an invisible layer of reality embedded in everyday life. It doesn't just help. It increasingly makes decisions instead of you. And the most interesting part is, you don't even notice it. Every time you turn on music, a streaming service offers you the perfect playlist. You think you're choosing, but in reality, you're choosing from pre-filtered options. When you watch a movie, the algorithm already knows which genre will keep you engaged. It has studied your habits, your mood, even the time of day, and that's just entertainment. When you search for something online, a search engine doesn't show you objective reality. It shows a personalized version of it. Two people can enter the same query and get completely different results. Why? Because the algorithm has already decided what matters more to you. Social media has gone even further. It doesn't just show content. It shapes your perception of the world. It decides which news you see, which opinions seem popular, which topics feel important. Over time, this begins to influence your beliefs, your views, and even your decisions. But let's dig deeper. Artificial intelligence is already involved in far more serious areas. Banks use algorithms to decide whether to approve your loan. Employers use systems that analyze resumes and decide whether you're worth inviting for an interview. Insurance companies calculate risks and set policy prices based on data you may not even realize you're providing. So where does assistance end and control begin? The problem is that algorithms don't just analyze data. They optimize behavior. Their goal is to achieve a specific outcome: keep your attention, increase profit, reduce risk. And to do that, they use everything they know about you. Your clicks, likes, watch time, even how quickly you scroll. All of it becomes data. And data is the fuel of artificial intelligence. The more data it has, the more accurate it becomes. Over time, the system begins to anticipate your actions. Knows what you'll click, what you'll buy, what you'll want to watch. And this is where a subtle but important shift happens. The algorithm stops just predicting. It starts guiding. For example, you open an online store. You're shown recommended products. You think it's just convenience. But in reality, it's a carefully calculated set of options designed to increase the likelihood of a purchase. You don't see thousands of alternatives, only the ones the algorithm chose for you. And it works. Studies show that a significant portion of purchasing decisions are influenced by recommendations. That means you're not just choosing, you're choosing from what you've been given. Now imagine the scale. Billions of people around the world interact daily with systems that subtly steer their decisions. This isn't a conspiracy or malicious intent. It's the logic of technology. Algorithms do exactly what they were designed to do: optimize. But they're not optimizing your freedom of choice. They're optimizing metrics, clicks, views, profit. And that leads to the main question: what happens to our ability to make decisions independently? When you're constantly offered the best option, you gradually stop looking for alternatives. Why spend time if the system has already figured everything out? It's convenient, fast, efficient. But the price of that efficiency is reduced critical thinking. You begin to question less, compare less, analyze less. The algorithm becomes a filter between you and reality, and the longer you use it, the stronger that filter becomes. There's another important point. Algorithms are not neutral. They are trained on data, and data reflects the real world, with all its biases, errors, and inequalities. If there's a bias in the data, the algorithm will amplify it. If the system is designed to maximize profit, it will ignore anything that stands in the way. This is already leading to real consequences. For example, hiring systems may favor certain candidates, even unintentionally. Credit algorithms may reduce opportunities for specific groups of people. Recommendation systems may amplify extreme views because they generate more engagement. And all of this happens automatically, without emotion. Without morality, without awareness of consequences, artificial. Intelligence doesn't understand what is good or bad. It only understands the goals it has been given. So, the question isn't whether AI is dangerous by itself. The question is how it's used. But there's another side to this. AI genuinely makes life easier, saves time, simplifies tasks, and helps navigate massive amounts of information. Without it, the modern world would be far more complex. The problem isn't the existence of technology. The problem is that we often don't realize the extent of its influence. When a decision is made for you invisibly, you can't challenge it. You don't even realize it was a decision. And that's the most subtle form of control. It doesn't force you. It guides you. You don't feel pressure. You simply follow the path of least resistance, the path that has already been laid out for you. So what can you do? The first step is awareness. Understanding that algorithms exist and influence you already changes the situation. You start asking questions. Why am I seeing this? What alternatives am I not seeing? The second step is active choice. Sometimes it's worth stepping outside recommendations. Search for information on your own. Compare sources. Verify facts. It takes effort, but effort is what gives you back control. The third step is digital hygiene. Limiting time on social media, turning off unnecessary notifications, and consuming content consciously. All of this reduces the influence of algorithms. And finally, the most important question to ask yourself, are you making decisions, or does it just feel like you are? In a world where artificial intelligence is becoming more powerful, this question will only grow more important. Because the future isn't just about technology, it's about choice. Your choice.